This is Jen Bober with the Women of Grace and Grit. Grit in action, but grounded in grace. Thanks for joining us today. We have Amy Watson.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. Amy is become a dear friend over time.
Yes.
We met each other, actually met her husband through networking with our businesses, separate industries, and then had the opportunity to work with her and her family, buying a home, helped her aunt sell her home, and just got to know the Watson family and adore them. And so I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. So.
Yes, good. And we are going to get into sports and all that stuff, but tell them a little bit about you and just kind of what you're doing, what your story is, and of course about your kiddos.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm the owner of Mo Valley Productions, which is a video services company here in Omaha. I specialize in helping small businesses and nonprofits tell their story through social media. Right. And this company, Mo Valley, was started 11 and a half years ago. And unfortunately, we're coming up on 2 years, November 2nd. My business partner and husband passed away from a rare brain cancer that just, it was a shocker. Within 6 weeks, he was gone. And we knew about the cancer, but the fact that it went so quickly is what was the shocking part.
Kind of rocked this community.
It did. Yeah. It did, really.
I hope you felt how much he and you are loved.
Yes, we did. Yeah. It's amazing. The business community came out and just, it was amazing. Because he was so young, he was 52 when he passed, he knew a lot of people. And because we did business networking all the time, the nurses in the oncology wing at the med center was like, we've never seen so many people come up and say goodbye to one person.
Such a testament. Yeah.
Yes. And I heard about it and I saw it and I was there. And then when I wasn't there, there was a piece of paper with people writing notes to me. And it's amazing how it got out. I don't know exactly how people found out about it, but I was just shocked. And so was Shawn. Like, he was very touched and humbled by it because when people found out he was just sick, there were so many people that came up and said, "Oh my gosh, what can we do for you? How can we pray for you? Can we bring you meals? Can we, and it was not only that, we also had our children's school community that did that, and then also our church community. And so it's just all of it came together, and it just gives me goosebumps thinking about it, how wonderful it is. And even 2 years afterwards, so many people are just so amazing.
It's something I came to know quickly about you guys and always admired and still admire and respect. You are truly faith, family, fun. Like, those were key elements to the Watson family.
Yes.
And it's so, it's refreshing, honestly. And I think your community knew that and reached out, and I don't know, it was inspiring to watch the support that you guys had.
Yes, it was so amazing. I was still blown away. Like, somebody started a meal train for us, and that meal train went from October of 23 to May of 24. Wow. Like, people brought at least 3 meals a week and Shawn passed away in November, so like to my children and I, way after, and they were just like so humble. They were like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad." And a few of them were people I didn't even know. They were like, "My friend was talking about you, and I decided to help out." I was like so inspired. And there was one person that came to my door that I knew their family was having a hardship, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?
Right,
take your food, go home."
Well, we still talk about this, how Shawn's services were truly a celebration like I've never seen.
Yes.
Just the room was packed, and the joy and the stories and it was remarkable.
It was truly beautiful. I mean, he had his wake was standing room only.
Yep.
St. Robert's Catholic Church was packed. I mean, not a dry eye.
Yeah. I was there.
And we got everything that we, I guess, wanted for his funeral. We were able to get in. He always wanted somebody to play the bagpipes, so we got a bagpipist.
That was the killer.
Yeah.
If you weren't teary-eyed, you were then.
Yes. And then previous to that, just a few minutes earlier, the children's choir from my
Yep.
children's school started singing one of Shawn's favorite songs. I don't remember it off the top of my head. It was Shawn's favorite song. It wasn't mine.
Right.
So, no, I'm just kidding. And it just was so amazing, the support of people. And they all just came up to you and they're hugging you. And some people were crying, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, I didn't know what to do half the time. And a lot of people were just like, you're so strong. And I'm like, I just don't know what to do with these feelings and emotions and things. Even 2 years out, I'm still like, why am I crying? I'm like, hello, the situation you're in.
Major life event.
Yes. My, convene for that. And so I'm, there's so many things that have happened because of his passing for the good. And that's what I think is so awesome about it, is that I've been able to kind of let loose a little bit more. Not that Shawn was a fun guy.
Oh yeah.
And he was not like this way or no way. It was more like, as a family unit, we felt like, okay, our children need structure. We need this, we need that.
Yeah.
And then I loosened up a little bit on the structure, just because I couldn't be wound that tight.
Right.
To make everything come together.
Well, when there's two, taking half of that sort of, pressure and responsibility.
Yeah.
It's got to look different today.
It does. It
and
does.
that's okay.
Yeah. And my children, at this time, they're 7 and 9, Monica and James, they have had to take on a lot more responsibility than maybe would have.
Right.
They still have their moments of like, no thanks. And I'm like, oh, really?
Let me reframe this for you.
I need you to do this, period. And you can do it. You are fully capable of doing it. So and then letting go and making sure that they are becoming responsible little people. The next step is teaching them how to wash dishes, because I'm super tired of washing dishes. Right. So, all the dishwasher stuff, I'm like, I don't care if you halfway clean it or whatever. I don't tell them this. I'm like, because then
they won't see this.
Because then they're like, whatever, Mom, I don't have to do that. That's what I start them with, and then I'll take care of the pots and pans. Like at least something is being taken off my plate.
Yeah.
And other things that I've done too. I have had a cleaning crew come into my house since probably February of last year. Like, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yep.
And I would go weeks without cleaning anything, and I'm like, this is super gross. No one wants to come in my house. And every couple weeks they come in, they clean all the different rooms except my children's, which they're super upset about, because they're like, what about our room? And I'm like, nope, that's your responsibility.
That's on you. I love it.
Yeah.
And that's great too, because again, anything like that you can take off your plate so that you can do other things and create more of that balance for yourself, because it's an imbalanced situation if we're being honest.
Yes, definitely. And so it wasn't only that I lost somebody who helped at home, and my husband was really good about helping with the cleaning, the cooking, the taking care of my kids, our kids, I should say. So he was really involved in many aspects, and to have that like just ripped away, not even like, okay, he slowly went away, he slowly faded, I slowly had to pick this up, just like one day, done. Like, it was like, holy cow. And I have had support with family too. That's another aspect that I didn't really highlight.
You guys all seem so close.
It's
like your immediate, not your immediate, I guess it would be like your extended family.
Yeah, so we try to, get together as much as possible. Now I feel like we don't as much, just because of a little bit of distance and just how busy I am and they can be. So sometimes it's easier for me to just reach out to just a closer friend or somebody at the school that can bring my kids home, that kind of thing. And it's just been amazing in that way. So when I had him kind of just taken away like that, it was not only our personal life that I had to readjust, and I'm still adjusting. Like, don't get me wrong. It was my business. Yeah. And my business, like, I've always been the videographer and the editor. So that aspect didn't change. But now I had to bring on what Shawn would do, which was producing, being the first contact and consistency and contact to people, all these different things. And I've had a couple business coaches that have been able to help me, not only personally but business-wise, kind of sift through everything and go, do you really need to do this?
Yeah.
Do you really need to go down this avenue anymore? Do you even want to?
Right.
And so Mo Valley Productions has gone through a little bit of morphing, which is great, because every business, I think, has to go through that if you're going to keep growing and keep moving forward.
Yeah, you want to be forward thinking. You want it to evolve. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and like look down that 5-year path. Shawn and I had a different vision for it compared to what I have for it now. It was hard, but it was also freeing, because
I was just gonna say, it had to have been like an emotional decision to change the structure of your business in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and even today, like probably the first year, it was hardest ish, because it's like, okay, I now have to give my speech without using the us and the we. Yeah. And I remember the first time I did it. And I was like, and the person knew that Shawn was no longer, and it had been like maybe 4 months in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to change this. And they're like, it's okay.
right.
Like, it's okay.
Right.
And I'm like, dang straight it is.
Patience with yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So that's been,
So tell us a little bit about, of course we're going to talk a little bit about sports, but did you guys play sports? Did you and Shawn ever have the opportunity to talk about, like, okay, if our kids do this, like what would the philosophy be? How much of a presence would it be in our family? Any of that stuff?
Yeah, no, definitely. So for Shawn, his sports were, wrestling was his main sport. Those who don't know my husband was 5'5" on his best day. And when he wrestled in high school, he was in the 110 pounds.
Wow.
Pure muscle. Like, that's all he was. He was pure muscle, bracket. So that tells you right there. When we got married, he was, 130 pounds or something. I don't know.
Right.
Wet. Whatever. This guy was always,
he looked good.
Yeah. He was a tough little Irishman. And then he enjoyed doing cross country because it kept him in shape for wrestling. And then also he did football.
Okay.
I mean, he helped keep the bench from flying into the other. Like, he was such a sweet man. He always made that joke. So
then we stand him next to Chris Bover.
Yes. We need 2 Shawns to equal 1 Chris. I mean, like, height wise. No,
always. I know for sure.
So. That was his thing. For me, it was basketball and softball. And I started playing both in 3rd grade. And they had different seasons. So basketball was winter, softball was summer. And I played basketball up until my sophomore year of high school, when I decided to switch to doing more theater.
Oh, yeah, good.
So for me, like, sports, it was still super important. And it was a hard decision. But I went to a small school where you could do like whatever you wanted, but it became overwhelming with school and all these other things. So I really wanted to go into the arts, and I did. So I have a video production company, so here we are.
Right.
So I think I made the right choice in that aspect. And then as far as softball, I would have gone through as long as I could, but the little town I came from, Springfield, their league dissolved.
Okay.
And so I was kind of like,
went away.
Yeah, and the way my parents were, like, they were willing to take me to places, but not like, let's not make this an everyday thing. Let's, we have a life. We have this. Unlike, I feel like today people just like sacrifice a lot. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, if this is where you want to go and everything.
Right.
My parents were just more like, listen, with our situation, we need to, you need to make a decision. And as far as, we both enjoyed playing sports. When we met, we would go to the gym sometimes, and that was good. As far as the philosophy goes, we thought it was really good for us to help us build up momentum and everything. After high school, college years, Shawn continued running, and he was always considered himself a runner, and a long-distance runner at that. And that's what was so surprising with his brain cancer that he had, that... Jumping back to real quick, when they took him off the ventilator, so he was alive for 2.5 days after he was unconscious. When they took him off the ventilator, it took him another 14 hours of laboring to breathe to finally pass away naturally. Of course, he had morphine. He had all the, like, they kept him. But, like, he labored to stay alive. Like, that tells you right there. And then I actually had an autopsy done just to help them understand maybe how he got it. and maybe help somebody else.
Oh, God,
because it was that, yeah.
That is really generous of you.
Yeah. And as far as that autopsy, like, I just wanted to, maybe they could have discovered something, because the kind of brain cancer he had, there was no way of testing for it or even taking a sample while he was alive.
Right.
So I was like, please do it. I read through it, and it's like brain cancer. That's what, for sure. Lungs fine. Heart's fine. Liver, everything, kidneys, everything was functional.
Yeah.
And fantastic. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah. Yes.
Why?
Yes. Well, because the brain controls all of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it was on his brain stem, which your brain
Yeah.
stem goes in the middle of your brain, and that's what's so untouchable, because it controls everything. And that's what got me thinking probably about earlier this year. I'm like, for someone like him, because they were just like, you're just unlucky. And I'm like, did you write that down on the piece of paper right in front of you that was like, diagnosis, brain cancer, symptoms, unlucky.
Right.
Luck of the draw.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, I have to take better care of my health. And I have. So I started going to the gym, and I've had a trainer and everything, and I just recently had a testing where I had a trainer for 12 weeks, and I drastically improved, because I've lost 35 pounds.
That's amazing.
My strength has increased because I'm doing strength training, and then just balancing it off with some aerobic, really. So all of that.
So important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important for obvious reasons, right?
Yes.
But it's so important mentally. Like, I think oftentimes we don't take care of ourselves as moms and wives and women, because we're taking care of everybody else. And, so I think some people have an opinion about it or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It's what you need to do for you.
Well, and it's so demanding, because a lot of times these kids in their younger, former years, they really want mom.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how they are made. And then you start to see that your little fella, because you have a little fella just like I do.
I do.
They desire to be around dad more, and that like they still come back to you, but they desire to be more around dad, because dad's got that. He notices, okay, he's got the same qualities and characteristics as I do, and the daughter also feels that way, and so. And that's been a true struggle. Like, this is my 2-year out ish. My son misses my husband terribly.
I'm sure.
And he is constantly looking around at the male figures around him, looking for that bonding that he had with his father. He loved his father. I had to recently sell Shawn's truck just because I finally was like, okay, I can't. Time for that. Stop paying insurance for it, whatever. And it just broke his little heart, which it was so hard. But we did do a film shoot. Like, I had yeah, good. Like a huge film shoot in the truck, out of the truck, around the truck,
awesome.
truck.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure that we commemorated it.
Yeah.
So that he knew
James had that.
Yeah. Yeah. So my son didn't feel like, oh my goodness, like
he's gonna be our age and go back and look at that and just be like, whoa, I had the coolest mom, and like just the emotion of it, like, oh, that's incredible.
Yes, fingers crossed on
that
one. So
totally.
But yeah, I would say as far as sports go, we would encourage it for sure, because we knew the value of teamwork. We knew the value of commitment, because that's the other thing. And then we also knew the value of like exercise and just getting out there. And just trying to, it breaks your mama heart when they're hurting, and when either they get hurt on the field, or they're upset because they didn't get to play this, or they weren't able to run like they thought they should when it comes to this particular play, and you're like, yeah, but get back out there.
So is that how you handle it? That's always one of my questions, is when you're, and this can vary based off the child's age, but at the end of the day, for the mom, I think it's the same emotion. Doesn't matter if they're 25 or they're, whatever. So that's always interesting to me, like how mothers particularly handle when they have a tough performance or an injury, or so like, so your philosophy has been.
So my philosophy
rub
is
some dirt on it.
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
It has been like in the end, because my husband and I both played it at a higher level, like high school, I think is a normal level that all of us end up usually playing. In order for you to get on that field, you got to be your best and
Yeah.
prove yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you are going to be the one that's most likely going to sit on the sideline.
Right.
Right now, my kids are in flag football.
Okay, yep.
And they're on the same team. And the level that they're at is first, second grade, even though Monica is in fourth grade. I said to the Y, this is our second season, but the previous season I said, hey, can they be on the same team? I'm a single mom.
Yeah.
I'll coach. And they were like, yes.
Whatever it takes. We'll take you. We'll take you.
We'll coach.
Classic YMCA response.
Yes. You're breathing?
Right. You would have gotten the email, hey, we don't have enough coaches.
Yes. So I was like, all right. And it was good because for Monica, she had never played flag football. James had played 2 seasons before then. And when I say seasons, that means like fall and spring is when they do their flag football for YMCA. And they play 5-man flag football, so 5 players on the side, on each side. And the 2 seasons prior to that, I was on the sideline and I just watched. And the first coach that James had was amazing. And matter of fact, we played them this last Saturday. Like, I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to tell him that I watched you, I saw how you did it, and I thought to myself, I can do this.
Yes, that's great. That probably made his day.
Yes. And so he's been a good influence, and he, at this level, it's meant to be, let's teach you the skills.
Right.
So we're first, second grade here.
Them.
Let's develop the skills. Let's learn what a football is. Let's
Right.
learn how to pass, not only throwing pass, but like passing it the correct way to from the center to the quarterback to the running back, because that's usually our running play. Some teams get all fancy and try to fake a ball or whatever, and I was like, oh, let's just go. We're here to play. Right. We don't need a 5-minute whatever. Like, we need time clocks on this. I mean, so, we're just trying to teach them the basic skills to be good, to be good team players. I would like to say that my children are always good team players to each other, because that's the other thing, because I'll hear like, ha, and I'm like, hey, sideline now. I want them to understand if they're going to be on the same team together, they're going to treat each other like a teammate, not a sibling when you're on the field.
Well, that brings up an interesting point. I think you and I maybe, like, obviously in another time touched on this, but that for you, the coach's hat versus the mom hat in that setting is a very real sort of balance.
Yes.
So what's been your experience with that? Like, I'm a coach. I'm everybody's coach, but I'm your mom too.
My experience is my children at this level see me more as mom.
Yeah.
And then I have to remind them, I'm like, listen, it's not that I don't want to hear what you have to say right now. It's just that you're not dying or bleeding or need my immediate medical attention. So whatever is going on, you can talk to me after practice.
We'll get it in the car.
Yes, we'll get it in the car. But I told my kids this year, because we did it last season, and they did pretty good. Like they needed to navigate everything, what it exactly meant. I said, this year you need to be the leaders of the team. Because you both are used to each other. You're both playing. This is your 4th season, James. This is your 2nd season, Monica. You both need to be leaders, and I need you to be really good leaders. So when somebody's messing around, it better not be you.
Yeah.
And it better not be you contributing to it, because it's hard enough to get these 9, we have 9 players on this team right now, 9 little bodies, including you two, to follow the directions.
Right.
And, but it has worked out really well.
Good.
Good. I've had a lot of fun. I have an assistant coach that helped me out last season and this season, and it's kind of funny because his name is Simon Lovell.
I was going to say same person.
Yes, it's the same person.
Nice.
And we met through business networking.
Of course.
Yes. And he is in the handyman space, and he basically helps people, realtors with their punch list, get that house ready, but also helps people just with their everyday honey-do list that never seems to get smaller or go away. So he was over fixing a whole bunch of stuff, and he's a very chatty person. And you definitely would remember him because he's from England. He still has the accent. Yep, and it's still 30 years later. Right. And he's
hasn't lost it.
Yes, he has not lost it. Maybe it's softened a little bit. I don't know.
Talk to me about plumbing. I just want to hear it.
No, I'm like, here's Jane Austen's adaptation. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, Pride and Prejudice. Please read from page 75.
That's fun.
Yes. So he was like, yeah, I really want to, only in a British accent, please. So remember, I don't do a very good one. And if he hears this, he's gonna be like, oh, terrible. That was Dusty, as he would say.
I can't believe he's helping you coach.
I know. Okay, so yes,
because he doesn't have a kid. Does
he
have
does.
a child?
He does not have a child.
Okay.
He has a child, but she is older. Different state
not on the team.
Not on the team. He's like, I just want to. This year he said he would pledge to help with children in some way, shape, or form. He had done Big Brother, Big Little Sister, Big Brother, Big Sister, whatever.
Yeah.
They're doing good. Previous years, and then he just needed something. And I was like, once this opportunity came up, I called him up. I go, hey, you want to do something crazy?
I got it.
And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I go, what do you know about the almond-shaped football or game with the ball? Because I can't say football because he gets all...
Right, because it's soccer.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and he goes, I don't know much. And I go, well... you know how to interact with children, and that's part of it. So
that's most of it.
That's most of it. Really, it is.
It's most of it.
It's most of it. So between the two of us, last season and into this season, we've actually figured out how to really coach these kids to get the basics down.
That's great.
And it's been fun. The families are fun. Like I think we're at the level where the emotion is not as high with the parents who are like, why are they not playing? And everybody plays.
Right.
Like I have a chart where I go through and I go, okay, I check off who running back is the big deal.
Right.
So because running back, when you set them up, a lot of times it's center snaps the ball back to the quarterback, and then the quarterback hands it off to the running back. And the running back gets that opportunity to run. Whether they get through anybody, whether they fall on the ground, whether they drop the ball is totally different.
For at least 2 seconds, they've got an opportunity.
Yes, and some have broken away. Both my kids this season have made touchdowns. It's amazing. And they're just so excited. And then, teaching them the defense aspect of it. Keeping up with it, trying to tell them while they're on the field, don't stop. Because that's sometimes hard too, because they feel like, oh, okay, well, they're not near me. I'm like, no, run after them.
Yeah. Complete it. That's a huge thing. Give it your all until the whistle is blown, is a lot of times what you hear coaches say.
Yes.
Well, and flag football has totally taken off.
Yes.
On a national level. I'm amazed. They're having these teams at NFL games during halftime running there. I mean, it's really taken off, and it's kind of cool. It's just something different for kids to get involved in. That's great. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe that'll be them someday.
Woo! I know. And it's kind of funny being, I am definitely the only woman that is out there coaching, at least in the YMCA realm, or the branch that I'm at.
Yeah.
Last season, no one really was questioning whether I was the coach or not. This season, I've had a couple times where like, you're the coach? And I'm like, yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't any of the parents that
it was like the kids?
It wasn't even the kids. It was
grandparents.
The YMCA was like, oh, it's you. Like, not the person who I went through, but when I came in to get the equipment, they're like, volleyball or something else. And I'm like, flag football. They're like, what? And I'm like,
I love it. Breaking barriers, Amy.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. And they have a girls team this year, so maybe next.
Monica could do that next year.
So, anyway.
Okay, so I really want to have time to get to... I'm just going to let you explain the other sport you're involved in.
Yes. Okay, so
the kids.
This past summer, and they've been doing it for the last 20 summers, and I'm going to pull myself out.
Because we don't want to get this wrong.
Yes.
We want to give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
And the name of the organization.
Yes. So my kids and I did Nebraska Devo.
Okay.
It's DEVO. It's mountain biking.
Okay.
And I yet again found out about it through networking. And the person that is the contact that I found this out about, she said, if you volunteer as the coach,
here we go
as
again.
a coach, your children are guaranteed to be able to learn how to mountain bike. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what am I going to do for an hour and a half while they go do this? I'd rather, and I was just getting into really exercising and things. I'm like, this will be great exercise. Amazing. This. I don't even know.
You're wrapping, pillows and cushions around your elbow.
Yes.
Like the helmet.
Yes. So Nebraska Devo is a skills-based developmental mountain biking program for kids ages 5 and up. So it's located in Omaha, Lincoln, Blair, and then Norfolk. So there's that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's located all over kind of in that region. And you sign up, I'd say February of each year is when they start opening it up. So type in Nebraska Devo and you should be able to find it. But I thought I knew how to ride a bicycle when I did this. So I went for training because they wanted all new coaches to have training. And I'm like, that's fine. Let's see what
100% I would have needed it.
Yeah.
Yes. No idea.
And I took my Huffy mountain bike, which that's the laugh that Simon yet again comes into this. He's been riding bikes since he was 10, so he knew all about that. And when I showed him my bike, he was like,
oh, wait.
What is this abomination?
What is this abomination?
What is this abomination? So I was like, okay, fine. Yet again, suckered him into helping out with children. So he's like, you got to get a different bike. But I went to the training with that bike and learned that I don't really know how to ride a bike. They gave me this little book and they're like, just read through this. This will help you. You'll be able to help the kids. And so that's just it. Like, it was great. They're like, if you make a mistake, no big deal.
Yeah.
Like, as an adult, we feel like a lot of times when we step into a new role, we better know everything or else.
Yes.
And it was such a great experience. The age bracket that I got to work with, because they do have 5 through 13-ish, and then 13-year-olds, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds get to move up to a different league that's in Omaha, and I unfortunately can't remember it off the top of my head. But I got the 10, 11, 12, and they were all girls, which was great.
That's fun.
Yeah, and I got to do the harder courses, which was good for me because, like, if I would have done the younger ones, I probably wouldn't have known how to.
So was Monica with you?
So no, the great thing is,
well, and then James probably was with someone else.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
There was probably about 25 coaches. So, like, they usually had 2 per thing. So, and each age bracket, that's what determines how many kids they can take on. So if they don't have enough coaches, that's why they're willing to take on people like me that are so green.
Yeah, they'll limit. They have to with something like this, I would think.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Don't worry, I replaced my Huffy, my lovely Huffy that I had since I was 16.
What did you get?
Do you know? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. A black and white bike.
Simon said it was good. So.
It's good. It's a cross trainer, so it can go on gravel and so
the right tires.
Yes, and I've learned a lot because my children kept derailing their chain and just like all these other things. I'm like learning so much about bicycles that I thought I would never.
And what a thing for you guys to do as a family together. That's kind of probably foreign to all of you. I mean, they're young. They haven't been riding bikes that long. The kids, and I just love how you are so like adventurous.
Yeah,
you're just like, you'll just do it. You'll just try it.
Well, and it all stems from, if Shawn was around, yes, he wouldn't have stopped me from doing any of this. He was very supportive. If I felt like, Shawn, I want to do this, he'll be like, okay, cool. But yet again, I go back to, we had this family unit. We had this vision of what a family needed to look like, how we needed to function. And with that piece being gone and my children being like, I really want to spend time with you. I'm like, wait a second here. Why don't I just be the coach?
Right.
And wait a second here. Why don't I just do this with you? Even though I'm not your coach, I'm still there. And all these other things. What's
been like, I mean, this is obviously stuff you never imagined. Like, you weren't thinking before you ever got married, someday I'm going to be a mountain biking coach. So, I'm guessing you weren't, this wasn't in your like journal as a, young something. So what has been like your biggest, I don't know, maybe joy or unexpected thing that, throwing yourself out there, what has been some cool things that you've, that's a hard question.
How much I've enjoyed it. Like, not that I didn't think I would enjoy it. And how much, like, I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Like,
toot it. I love it.
Like, I know how to, like, talk to these kids. I have a different level of patience that I think is just fantastic. Like, sometimes when you're dealing with just your own children, you're like, you have a different, because you have expectations that are like, because the rest of the world is like, hey, make sure your kid comes out like this, because we don't want to deal with them lacking in a skill, or we're not as gentle as if they, like, made the mistake at home and you could help correct it.
Right.
so that's been great, just kind of working with young
Enjoying
kids,
it.
and they just
Mhm.
love it. Like
Yeah.
that age grade. Now I know why people love being kindergarten teachers, first
Yeah.
grade, second grade. Third grade, it's like, okay, I guess so.
I guess so.
Middle school, you're like, oh, what was I thinking?
I might know something about that.
And then high school, you're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
So they're just so innocent and fun,
Yeah.
and they may not be able to execute it the way a high school student or an older kid is, but they totally just are having fun.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, this season I've had a couple boys that have helped at practice because we're short a couple players. We're like, hey, do you just want to play? And they're older brothers of these other players. And they're like, well, what about this play? And what about this play? And blah, 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 blah. And like they're fourth grade, sixth grade, that kind of thing. And I'm like, it's not that we don't value what you're saying. It's just that we need to get down the basics because you were at this level too.
That's right.
And if we start throwing in all this extra, it becomes like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, my head's exploding.
I couldn't be more of a fan and really think it's important for kids at all ages to help kids younger than them.
Yeah.
There's like such a process of like, they're not thinking about themselves. They have to understand a different perspective. Like, I just think there's a responsibility in our community for that, you know, to help the ones behind you and bring them up, you know. And so this is great for these kids.
Yeah.
That's the opportunity they're getting.
Well, and they're just sitting there at practice going, ugh, when's this going to be over? And I might as well use them as an extra body because if they could be defense and stop and everything like that, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
And that's what's been so great about all of this is getting that opportunity to not only be with my children, but also help out the community because there'd be somebody else that would have to step up to be this coach. Or like with the mountain biking, like I probably gave, you know, maybe 4 to 10 more kids able to sign up because I showed up.
You're able to, and you showed up. And that's such a huge thing, showing up. So I always have to ask, like, if someone, you know, about to embark on this, like, parent supporting their kids' activities, like, what's your, like, best advice you'd give someone? Like a young mom.
A young mom. I would say just do it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
It.
Like, just do it. Like, don't be afraid to go out there. And if you're going to coach, do it. I think a lot of times we leave that to dad, which is great. Dads do great. And it is a good time because sometimes the dynamic is mom's always around. Dad's kind of over here. Dad's working.
Yeah, right.
And this gives dad an outlet to be bonding with either son or daughter. But I would say just be there, the support that they need. Make them finish the season.
Yeah.
Don't be like, no, it's okay. You know, it's okay that you didn't want to do the rest of dance or you didn't want to do, you know, the rest of this. Always make them finish it because if you let them step away,
that sets a huge tone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You may not like it, then that's okay. Like, you know, for my kids, like halfway through, they really enjoyed the mountain biking, but there was some turbulence along the way because there was a learning curve more than they anticipated. And they were like,
and that was hard.
Yeah, that was hard. Then they were like, I don't know about this. And I go, well, we committed to the season.
We can do hard things.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You hear people say that. You can do hard things.
Yeah, and you can get through this for sure.
Yeah.
So I would just continue to encourage them, but also try not to overcommit.
Yes,
like that's
such a big thing these days. Yeah,
that's the hardest thing. That was one thing that Shawn and I noticed. Other friends, they're like, okay, well, this is why I had to bring Monica and James onto the same team for flag football because I didn't have somebody that could take them here and here, 2 different places. And I look at people with 2 parents or maybe grandma stepping in or so-and-so and all this navigating, and I'm just like, I can't even imagine.
It's kind of a blessing you don't even have that option, I think, in the long run, you know, because and the fact that they get to do some of this together is such amazing memories they're going to always have, the 2 of them, you know, and mom was there. And, I think because of an unfortunate situation, you have some really cool opportunities.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the hardest part about it. Is
Yeah.
like, okay, I know Shawn would have been rooting us on.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he would have been either the coach or the vice coach. Either way,
Mhm.
I think he would have let me coach.
I like how you said vice coach.
Vice coach.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
Assistant.
Right, the assistant to the assistant regional manager.
I guess that's about right.
Anyways, well, I want to thank you so much for being
Yes.
here. Your friendship's always meant a lot, and you have such a unique story, and there's going to be so many beautiful things coming for you. I know it. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to do this again, and we can talk in like 5 years when they're, who knows?
Oh,
like
no.
flag football stars.
Yes,
I don't
I know.
even know what they'll be in yet. We'll see. But they're at such young ages, and to see, mine are old and gone, so it's fun to like vicariously live through other people's children.
I love it.
But anyway, so thank you very much, and yeah, appreciate it.
No, thank you. This
Yeah.
has been fun. Thank you for letting me share my story.
Yes,
So.
absolutely. Thanks for joining us on the Women of Grace and Grit podcast.